Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for Boku no Hero Academia anime season 3 episode 17. Why'd I mess that up again? I tried to record this the day the episode came out, which is when I should be doing these reviews, but of course I got screwed over by so much noise in the background and so many interruptions that I was like, okay, screw it, I guess I'm not recording today. So I'm recording this first thing Sunday morning, and because I just woke up, not sure how strong my voice is, nor am I sure how in it I am. I woke up with a cut on my eye. I have no idea how that happened, but it is bothering the heck out of me, like right there on my right eye. It is bugging the hell out of me, because it's like this slight, annoying, constant pain. But either way, let's talk about Season 3, Episode 17. I loved this one. I'll get into it saying that I really, really loved this episode. I mean, of course, it's not this huge, iconic episode or anything, but it was really, really fun, and in my opinion, really good. And this is another one of those, like last week, where I say all the time, I've read the manga, but for the anime, I don't do spoilers. I try to go at it like I haven't read the manga. But there's another one like last week where, because there's differences between anime and manga, I'm going to talk about those differences. Not going to spoil anything for the future, but I am going to talk about the differences between what the anime did and what the manga did. Because I'm going to call it filler, but it's kind of like semi-canon. It's kind of in-canon filler. Which I absolutely love, and it gets into this sort of idea of people think filler is bad, and I don't blame them because of how bad Naruto filler was. Naruto filler was really, really bad, and there are reasons for that, and reasons why Boku no Hero Academia and One Piece filler is actually really good, and One Piece filler is actually, I like some of the filler stuff more than some of the canon stuff, but the reasons behind it are that Naruto's filler would come out of nowhere and, one, not be important, and two, just not be entertaining. And the thing with what One Piece and Boku no Hero Academia have both done with their filler, or they either do one of two things or both. They're either this self-contained kind of mini arc that is entertaining, or they fit into canon. So what Boku no Hero Academia did last season with Season 2, with the Froppy episode, a little bit of that episode was in the manga, and the rest were things that weren't in the manga, but Asui had specifically said, hey, this happened, so we were getting to see things that happened off screen, and the anime gave us the opportunity to flesh that out and see it on screen. So it was canon, it was things that have happened, but it wasn't necessarily in the manga. And this is kind of the same. So starting out, Todoroki passes. And then the way that this is semi-canon and the differences here are that in the manga, we see the things light up, we have the explanation of the targets like we got in the anime, and we see him go to the anteroom where we get the hints at the drama with him and Yoarash. So we got all that was canon, all that was in the manga, and the difference is just that we picked up from after he had just passed in the manga, where in the anime they actually showed us a kind of mini fight, really, it wasn't very much, with him and the generic ninjas. Now we see the people, the random scrubs he defeated in the background in the manga, and they kind of replaced those random scrubs with the ninjas, but it is what it is. I will say the animation for all this was really, really good. I really like the ninjas' quirks. Their quirks were cool, but the designs I'm still not a fan of, and the weird sort of comedy moment they went for with the ninjas flying with their clothes being torn off didn't really hit anywhere near funny for me. It was more on the cringe side of things than the funny side of things. But still, I thought it was really enjoyable, and I like that they added it in. And then the next thing we have that is non-canon, really. I'm going to say that this is semi-canon. I'm going to say this is in-canon filler. The next part, in the manga, we just, a little later on in the story, we see these four characters, Momo, Jiro, Asui, and Shoji. We see them in the anteroom, and we learn that they pass relatively earlier on in the test. and the number is 57 through 60 in the anime. So I guess we can consider that, again, semi-canon. But we just see that they're in the anteroom and that they've already passed when we next see them. We don't see them after they're split off from the rest of the group from Shindo's power. So in the anime, we change that by seeing how they pass, and I like that. It's because the anime was like, we need to fill in some time, let's do something that is somewhat canon. So we have this school with Intelli Saiko, and they call her Miss Sai, I believe. But I like these character designs. I don't like that they're all wearing matching uniforms, because it feels like Ketsubutsu isn't like that, Yue isn't like that. I guess you could kind of say Shiketsu has similar themes with their costumes, but even then they're pretty different. Yeah, I guess they do have similar themes though, so it's not that bad, but I'm not a fan of the whole matching costume thing for the schools, because it feels like they don't have their real hero costumes or anything, because there'd just be a bunch of heroes running around in matching costumes. But yeah, I liked this, I liked the fight, I'm saying I like a lot, but one of the best things in particular for me was that it was these 4 characters. I really, really like these 4 characters. Whenever I do my favorite character video, you're probably going to see a good few of them pretty high up. I don't quite think actually that Shoji made the video, but he was really close. Same with Momo. I think they were like close to being in my top, I don't know what number I'm doing, like 15, 20. They were close to it, but I don't think they quite made it. I think Asui might be the same. Kyoka's up there though somewhere. So I love these 4 characters, and I like that they got the extra development. So all that was good. There was, other than the uniform thing, there was only one big problem though with this whole thing. I was thoroughly entertained. I loved the aspect of their quirks being played against. There was a lot of cute stuff like Shoji holding baby Asui. All that was funny, all that was great. The only problem is that Intelli Saiko is supposed to be very, very smart. 150 IQ that gets greater when she drinks tea, closes her eyes, or whatever. But she's working on like 30 IQ here. She is very, very dumb. And it's a struggle because I've seen people compare, I forget if it's No Country for Old Men or whatever, but they compare that to Sherlock Holmes and compare a character that is smart, written by a smart person, and we see and it's explained why they're smart. The difference between that and a character where we're just told they're smart and things just happen and it's like magic. And that's the kind of smart Intelli Saiko is. She's a smart person written by not as smart people. Like, I don't want to call the people writing this dumb, but all of Saiko's plan makes absolutely no sense whatsoever because, okay, she's supposed to be super smart, and she says that you shouldn't care about your friends. You should just try to selfishly pass yourself. And all these people around her are really loyal to her. So the smartest thing for her to pass herself would just be to, like, eliminate 2 of the people loyal to her and move on. Have them serve as sacrifices for her to move on. That would make logical sense. But because she isn't doing that, yeah, it doesn't make any sense with her values. But we also see that she spends over 10 minutes going for 4 people. 4 targets is only getting her and 1 other person through. It's not like with Ketsubutsu, where they have this strategy that is conducive to getting everyone through, or as many people as possible through. The strategy she's going for does not get everyone through. It doesn't get nearly everyone through. So you would think, oh, and there's the same problem with the ninjas. I thought about that too when I was watching. The ninjas are spending all of their time and effort planning and going after 1 target. 1 very strong target. 1 target isn't even enough to get 1 of them through. So why would they go after Todoroki to begin with when they could go after a bunch of weaker people? So again, that's the thing that makes sense with neither of these in-canon filler things, is that them going after the UA students doesn't make any sense, especially for Saiko because she's supposed to be smart. So yeah, spending all this time and effort to go after strong students when all you need to do is eliminate 2 people, and you should probably go for a larger group or go for weaker people, depending on the situation. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, their plans are terrible and the characters are dumb. I liked them, but they're dumb. Especially some of the designs for Saiko's, I don't know what to call them, classmates, I guess. Some of the designs were cool. I really liked the sniper chick up on the roof with the gauntlet slingshot thing, and I liked the tall girl with the silver hair was really cool. I did like the one with the freckles and the short hair, but then she activated her quirk and it was like this weird hair stuff, and I was like, maybe not so much. That quirk isn't really very cool. So from there on, we get to all canon stuff. We learn about Izuku's original plan for them, because he says, staying together in a group is a really dumb idea because you're going to just be fighting over kills to see who gets through. And then Sero's like, well, if it's a dumb idea, why were you trying to have us stay in one big group? And Izuku's plan, he explains, was we have a lot of people with crowd control. I mean, just me giving examples, you have Sero's tape that can bind people, Momo can make things to bind people, Todoroki can freeze people in ice, Mineta's balls can stick people to the ground. Basically, they have a lot of crowd control in their class, so his plan was to just trap 40 people, and then they all tag them and they all make it through. So that's actually a brilliant plan, because they do have that crowd control. So that was his original plan, to get everyone through, but they got split up, so now they need a new plan. We see Kirishima's sacrifice, where he gets turned into Potato Kirishima by Shishikura. I love the banter between Shishikura and Bakugo. I loved that in the manga, and I love the way the anime kept it. Yeah, we're setting up for that fight, and we have Aizawa's speech at the end about how the 2 students, Izuku and Bakugo, neither of them are considered leaders by the rest of the class. Neither of them are particularly even popular, but they're both so passionate and so devoted to becoming a great hero that everyone else in the class sees their passion and devotion, and they push themselves further because of it. So I like that they're not leaders, they're not popular, but they're inspirational. So I like that a lot. So yeah, episode as a whole, I loved it. I thought the pacing was perfect. I thought the animation was great. And it was just constant fun, action, test drama. Like, there was always something happening. Nothing felt slow or boring. In fact, I was watching and I was like, man, this has been a good episode. How long has it been? I looked at the time and we're only 17 minutes through. Still had a good third of the episode left to go. Nearly. So it was a really good one. I really enjoyed it. But I will say that to pick things apart critically, Saiko and the ninjas were really, really dumb. They just weren't very bright. I would give it 9 Potato Kirishimas out of 10. I loved the episode. I like when we have filler that is good and it's new content even for manga viewers, and still exciting and still fits into canon. Nothing contradicts anything. And it just feels like we're getting some extra explanation, which is always great. So yeah, either way, this review went on longer than I thought it would with my very scarce notes. So yeah, if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more Boku no Hero Academia, both anime and manga. I try to stay as spoiler-free as possible with the titles and thumbnails for the manga videos. So that's that, I guess. Follow on Twitter if you want to. I can try to keep you updated there, or talk to you there about stuff for the channel or whatever. I kind of got out of order with that sentence. And also there's the Discord server. If you want a link to the Discord server to talk to me or more of us there, you can just ask and I'll give you a link. It's free and open for anyone. So yeah, that's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.